Hi, and welcome to the studio. We're back. Oh my God. How many of these shows have we done? Like 47? We've done it for 3 years now, right? 3 years, and I'm talking to the producer, our famous producer that hopefully you'll meet at some point. Today we're here with Chris Patterson. He's a student, and he's a chef at Fairfield Country Club. And we're going to talk about something really neat today, molecular gastronomy, right?
Yep.
What is it?
It's basically molecular gastronomy is the science of eating good food. And they decided to throw a molecular in there because it's the breakdown of the food, the structure, scientific structure. Yeah.
So we're going to pass the microphone back and forth. We got a new microphone. It's a new prop. We can also cook with it. So anyway, we're going to do spherification today. Okay? And spherification, basically you're going to be breaking down something into its liquid state and then reconstructing it into its solid state. Okay? So tell me a little about what we're using.
All right. What we're going to be using today is calcium chloride and sodium alginate and a little bit of xanthan gum. So basically what the alginate is, we're going to make a sodium alginate bath, and basically what we're going to do is just mix that with water. And we're going to let it sit overnight so that it can get all the air bubbles out and it can mix all nice. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take olive juice and we're going to put a little bit of xanthan gum in to help stabilize it, give it a little thickness. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some calcium chloride. Calcium chloride is basically just like a really intense like salt. And they like put it on roads, and I mean they put it in everything. And so what it does is it chemically reacts with the alginate, the liquid does, and it forms a thin little gel around the outside, but it keeps the center liquid.
So we're talking about Ferran Adri in Spain, and he was with us in Spain last year, and really it's always great to take kids into that environment to see these chefs and some of the things that they're working with, and this is obviously something that's very popular globally. So why don't you go ahead and get started, and we'll kind of walk through it together. Basically, you've pureed the olives, okay, and you've added what to it?
Calcium chloride and xanthan gum.
Okay. And so now it's going into the alginate bath, okay? And there's a lot of things on the web regarding this. And if you do a search for Ferran Adria, F-E-R-R-A-N, Adria, A-D-R-I-A, you'll find some videos doing these same things. And so you can see, and hopefully you can get a close-up of this, is that as he puts this in the water, this is starting to really, the spherification is taking place. It's forming that little shell around the inside of it. This is popular with mixed drinks too. You'll find them on a lot of restaurants on the East Coast and West Coast, on the Gulf Coast, where they're taking these drinks and creating the spherification with them. So you've got two textures. You've got a firm texture, and then when you get it in your mouth, it melts again and it becomes a liquid form. And so I notice you've got some different elements here. You're going to create a dish based on this, okay? Some of the things that we saw in Spain were pretty innovative. And does this have to stay in there for a long time?
About 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
You don't want to go really any longer than 2 minutes, 'cause otherwise the outside will become too thick and it won't have the right texture. It'll be too jelly.
Okay, so you need to play with it a little bit to get comfortable with the actual texture and how it feels, just like with any cooking technique. Okay, very good. So what else do you have, and how are you going to plate this?
What I have today is I have some Spanish chorizo, and I have some little crostinis that I've toasted in the chorizo oil. And I have some bee pollen and pink peppercorns. Then I have a couple of regular olives that I'm going to put on the plate to compare the spherified olives. And I've got some nice herbs and stuff that we're going to put on the plate. And I've also got some soy lecithin, which is an emulsifier. And we're going to put it into red pepper juice, and it's going to create a foam. And it's going to look really pretty on the plate.
So this isn't macaroni and cheese, folks. And I mean, a lot of these products, too, you're probably not going to find at your local Hy-Vee. Although, Hy-Vee in Fairfield, you'll find chorizo, right?
Yep. And xanthan gum.
Okay.
Which is...
So that's kind of surprising, too, but obviously people are experimenting and cooking, and that's one of the ideas behind this whole process. Baguettes at the bakery, Hy-Vee carries those as well. Pink peppercorns actually come from Brazil, but you can find those in Des Moines at Pincy's on University. A lot of spices there. The bee pollen at GNC, no?
I actually got that from the farmer's market, but you can get it from GNC as well.
Okay, soy lettuce.
Oh, soy lettuce. I think I said beef.
Yeah, both of those you can get.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, are they ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see actually how this comes together.
Is we need to rinse it in water bath to get
The calcium off of it.
calcium, the alginate off of it.
So this is really neat. I'm hoping you can get in a quick shot, a close-up on this because they look really delicate, but they seem to hold their shape.
Yeah, you can actually, I've actually kind of played with them earlier today, and I was throwing them up a couple feet in the air and catching them.
Okay.
And it's still, when you squeeze them, it shot out liquid like crazy.
Okay. Yes. So can we put this, I don't know, if we can pull this up and maybe, there's a lot of water in there, but you can see how they've kind of formed a sphere. And so we're going to go ahead with some bee pollen.
Yep.
And we've just got a square plate. You can a round plate. I mean, you'll see in a chef's repertoire that there's triangles and rectangles and pyramid shapes and little baguette, little pink peppercorn, okay, some chorizo. And this would be a tapa piece, a piece from Spain, a traditional tapas piece. Little fresh herbs. And again, those are always available at Hy-Vee. We're going to be doing a lot more work with Hy-Vee. We've got an agreement with North Hy-Vee and a new management system over there. We're going to be doing some filming with KTVO. We're going to do live shots every Tuesday morning, and that's starting very soon. And we're going to work with Hy-Vee. What else you need?
Now it's time for these.
Okay, so now we're going to go with those. They've been rinsed in the water, and they go directly onto the plate. And the idea maybe is to dip the bread into that and let it break open.
You can do that, yeah. I know a lot of people will actually put it on the bread, but I kind of wanted that real olive on the bread so that when you eat the olive, you're kind of thinking, oh, it's just going to be kind of a regular olive. And when you eat these olives, they kind of explode.
That's a total surprise. And that's the whole idea behind molecular gastronomy, too, is to make us think about what it is we're eating, because we're used to the same things. And Ferran was quite unique in how he developed this system of, 35-course meal. Obviously, they're small courses, but each one of them, there's a thought process behind it. And that's the idea behind real cooking, too. And that's what our students look for, and that's what we try to provide, are these very innovative ideas. So, very nice.
And then
Mm-hmm.
we're going to put our soy lecithin in here.
Okay, so soy lecithin
And red pepper juice.
so you've pureed or actually just juiced through a juicer the red pepper.
Because the thing about with soy lecithin is you have to get it blending really fast, because if you have chunks in there, it doesn't get the air in there.
Okay, so you're doing a foam then.
Doing a foam.
So again, soy lecithin, and that's available at GNC, and you can do this with any liquid. And of course, the foam piece is kind of just a nice, light, airy swap for a sauce. Okay, and the whole idea is about lightness, about textures, about flavor profiles. And so basically, the foam that's created on top, this is what's going to go onto the plate. This is neat. Mm-hmm.
Kind of put it here.
And let it just drizzle down the side. I think this is pretty neat for Ottumwa, Iowa, these advanced techniques that we're doing at the program. It's not just cooking anymore. I mean, there's a whole philosophy behind what we do. And I tell you what, Chris Battison is an exceptional student, has been from the beginning. He represented us very well in Spain, and now what he's doing at the Country Club is innovative, and it's really, it's waking people up in the area to new ideas, and that's exactly what we need to have happen, because we want to draw young people into this environment. We want to have new ideas. We want to have new places to go eat, and so, we're relying on Chris to make that happen. So what's next? You're staying in Fairfield for a couple of days, right?
I'll be in Fairfield for a couple of years. I actually have a 2-year-old boy, and we're redoing a house, so I'll be here for at least 2 or 3 more years, and then I'll get my certificates, and I'll have some good work experience, so I'll be able to go virtually anywhere.
Very good. Well, we appreciate your efforts, huh? Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.